Hello everyone, I'm Delphius, and today I'll basically be dedicating a whole video to the blanks. Because you know what? I have noticed that out of all the characters that have been revealed for Terra Realm and going to be on release, they have, been the one character, or characters, who have gotten the least amount of love and attention. So I'm out giving them all the love and attention they will need in this video by explaining who they are. So, on with the show. Lore-wise, the blanks are actually a bit more unique and different from the convicts. In terms of, they're not actual convicts, despite being a playable convict for the alpha release of Terra Realm. Man, that was hard to say. Instead, they are a specialized field unit, basically helping the convicts during each round, who are basically supervised by Doombringer. Yes, that Doombringer. And also, another special trait about them is they're not the same person. Let me clarify even further. Each blank is a, random dude. It's basically a replacement for the scrap convict yourself. Yes, that was the name of the actual thing for people who don't know. So yeah, which means that in every single round of Terra Realm, every blank you see is a completely different person. Some random dude NPC that's helping you during the round. Which explains their description saying with it saying don't feel bad for them, they're expendable, which pretty much confirms that they most likely do not get revived after the round like the other convicts, because to my current knowledge, I can just pump out NPC after NPC and have them easily get replaced. So yeah, that's a terrifying fact to know. In terms of gameplay, at least in official information we have of gameplay, or hints or clues, or really anything we know of the gameplay for the blank so far, every time a round starts, you basically start off with basically the 3 blanks you see on screen is basically randomized of which one you get, with all of them basically specializing their own abilities. Think of it as something like the cards of Die of Death, for example. First, we start with the Overseers, whose description from the wiki says, Overseers, a group of agents that specialize in being able to keep up a pursuit with a target, or specialized areas specifically handling and controlling the communication systems for the security inside of the vault. They tend to lead the front man in any searches for specialized targets of interest. They have a green hue to their fire. The total leaders of the Overseers are the lowest out of the 3 branches, and the correspondent himself tend to assist in managing the department if needed. 2 total leaders are able to exist at once to command the groups. The leaders have a darker hue due to their green flame and are armed with a pistol that can be shoot a tracker device inside of a target. Other than that, they are the Sentinel type convict in this game, and apparently according to the description will have a gun, aka a pistol, and also the ability to track the anomaly when basically when it hit them. Now, is that the actual accurate gameplay for them? Maybe not, but if fully accurate and if correct to our understanding, then that is actually useful, ain't gonna lie. And also, now that I think about it, the description also implied they're going to be a speedy sentinel, unlike the other 2 sentinel convicts, Hondo and Rocketeer. So that would be interesting. Anyways, that's enough about them. Moving on to the other 2 blanks, starting with the Distractors. Distractors, a group of agents made to last, being able to secure that they can keep up that attitude of a target on them, while the other branches come to handle the issue. They directly have higher intelligence than the other 2 branches, which allows them to communicate easier in order to call for backup and distract targets. They have a scarlet hue to their flame and do not have their suit jackets. They have higher numbers of leaders that can exist at once, being 4 total. The leaders tend to be armed with stuns and high-powered tasers. that are able to disorient targets and allow agents to appreciate their claim such more pseudomon rather than scarlet. They also have actually this part is very important. In other words, the distractors are, the distractors. Oh my goodness. They are the disruptor class of the convicts. So yeah. Also, apologies for my reading getting butchered in parts of it. I was for some reason forgetting how to read. Ability-wise, they'll have a stun grenade and also a high-power taser to most likely slow down or at least blind the anomaly. I say blind because of, the whole grenade, since I'm pretty sure it might not be able to stun due to, this side being the disruptor convict of the 3 blinks. Which probably means they're also pretty fast as well, due to being the disruptor. Now that the disruptor blink is, done being explained to the best of my ability, now we're on to the final blink of the 3 blinks. The Cougars. I fully have no idea if I even remotely said that name correctly. Cougars, the most agile of the agents. A group that focuses on apprehension and movement inside of the vault. They specialize in delivering physical goods and assets to places in the vault, giving them the name Cougars. In physical situations, they do not have any reliable means of attacking outside of tracking and using their hands and legs to attack. They have a yellow hood to their fire and have a cougar cap on their heads. The total number of possible leaders can be up to 3 at once. The leaders tend to be armed with knives and bandages, being able to quickly appear and stop any target on their own with their flexible. The leaders have a darker hue to their have a darker hue to their yellow, having a tint of red. So yeah, the 3rd blink, aka the support one, will be able to heal, of course, because support. That was a horrible joke. Anyways, other than being able to heal, they also have a knife, but seeing how they're, the support role, they most likely just won't be able to, stun the anomaly. So, what they were able to do with it, my current theory is they could be able to slow down the anomaly with the knife, but I am not sure of that, and I cannot verify that as of right now. Or another theory, at least, it could maybe fill up a bar. I mean, we don't know if we don't know if the 3 blanks will have a similar mechanic to Bloom, Community, and Hondo, where they'll have a bar they'll have to fill up. They'll probably most likely will, especially the support and Sentinel ones. I guess Disruptor too. That is pretty much all for the blanks. Lore-wise, gameplay-wise, at least what we can figure out and what we do know about the gameplay. So yeah. Also, again, apologies for not being even more detailed. I'm basically only going off of the wiki and what I was able to find on the wiki. So, yeah. The blanks finally got some attention after being starved of it from the whole community for months, I believe. Yeah, months. And do trust when I say, when Terra Realm comes out, I'm definitely making an updated and a better explanation of the blanks, their lore, and gameplay. I mean, the lore I got pretty good, but the gameplay sections, yeah, we need more information about that. Anyways, this is enough talking from me. This has been Delphius, and I am officially signing out.